If you head to Subway, you can famously eat fresh, but you'll also get stuffed, as these unhealthy subs on the menu are packed with calories and frightening chemicals. Few things in life are as reliably delicious as meatballs drenched in marinara. So it's no surprise then that Subway offers a Meatball Marinara sub, which packs juicy meatballs on artisan Italian bread with a garlicky marinara and tops it all off with melted provolone and Parmesan. According to Subway's January 2024 nutrition sheet, the 6-inch Meatball Marinara has 460 calories, 20 grams of fat, 40 milligrams of cholesterol, and 1,110 milligrams of sodium, which is nearly half of the recommended daily intake. The elevated fat content is due to the processed ingredients, such as soybean oil, which can lead to inflammation and excessive weight gain when consumed in excess. Additionally, this sub has a whopping 50 grams of carbs, which largely come from enriched flours and modified starches that are processed and have minimal nutritional value. On the positive side, the Meatball Marinara at least has 20 grams of protein and is rich in vitamin C and iron. The Tuna Sub is one of Subway's most beloved, but also most controversial sandwiches. While it's advertised as being made from 100% wild-caught tuna, the truth is that it might be anything but. A lawsuit was filed in January 2021 claiming that it wasn't tuna at all. That case was ultimately settled in 2023.
Fish like a tuna fish.
Tuna fish.
You don't have no tuna fish?
Regardless of the fishy origins, a 6-inch tuna sub is still rather unhealthy. It contains 470 calories, 25 grams of fat, 40 milligrams of cholesterol, and 690 milligrams of sodium, which is 1/3 the recommended intake. Those high levels of fat are due to the large quantities of mayonnaise, and the high sodium count is due to the tuna's salt-filled brine. This sub also has 40 grams of carbs and 20 grams of protein, and it's relatively high in vitamins A, C, and iron. Ultimately, the sheer amount of fat should be most concerning, considering that a lot of people opt for tuna subs as a healthy alternative. Some of this chain's best sandwiches come from its Subway series line. Launched in July 2022, it included new loaded subs and upgraded versions of existing favorites. One of them is the Elite Chicken and Bacon Ranch. It consists of rotisserie chicken and hickory smoked bacon, with lettuce, tomatoes, red onions, Monterey cheddar cheese, and peppercorn ranch on artisan Italian bread.
That's some well-coached chicken.
The Subway series subs are calorie-dense and pack in significant nutrients, but not necessarily in healthy proportions. A 6-inch chicken and bacon ranch has 570 calories, 29 grams of fat, 105 milligrams of cholesterol, and 1,210 milligrams of sodium. The high fat concentration is a result of the bacon, which also contains sodium nitrate, an additive used in processed meat that's been linked to heart disease and diabetes. The Elite Chicken and Bacon Ranch also contains 43 grams of carbs and 34 grams of protein. Other potentially unhealthy ingredients in this sub include processed soybean oil and 4 grams of added sugars. Another favorite sandwich at Subway that has made the shift to the series menu is the ultimate B.M.T. B.M.T. stands for Biggest, Meatiest, Tastiest, as it packs in 3 types of meat: Genoa salami, spicy pepperoni, and savory Black Forest ham. There's also double provolone cheese, fresh vegetables, and the chain's signature MVP Parmesan vinaigrette on artisan Italian bread.
Double cheese, yes and yes.
Man, you crazy.
What sounds like a meat lover's dream turns into a nightmare when you realize that a 6-inch sub has 560 calories, 30 grams of fat, 75 milligrams of cholesterol, and 1,570 milligrams of sodium. This sub also features an array of processed meats, which contain nutritional troublemakers like sodium nitrates, modified starches, artificial sweeteners, and treated oils. In somewhat better news, it also has 43 grams of carbs and 27 grams of protein, as well as vitamins A, C, and calcium. So the next time you're craving a meat-loaded sandwich, you might just want to make a healthier version at home instead. The revamped version of the Meatball Marinara entered the Subway series in 2022 as The Boss. Branded by the chain as the mother of all meatball subs, it features juicy meatballs loaded with marinara sauce, pepperoni slices, fresh Belgioso mozzarella, and Parmesan cheese on artisan Italian bread. Despite featuring pretty similar ingredients as the Meatball Marinara, The Boss packs in many more calories. The 6-inch version has 670 calories, which is the second highest of the currently available Subway sandwiches. There are also a whopping 36 grams of fat, 85 milligrams of cholesterol, and 1,710 milligrams of sodium. The processed meats in this sub contribute to its high sodium and fat levels, as they contain processed oils and salt in excess. Additionally, there are 54 grams of carbs, 31 grams of protein, and a decent amount of vitamin C, calcium, and iron. But the addition of protein concentrates, enriched in modified flours, and nitrates are concerning due to their processed nature.
I'm the boss. Okay.
Subway has spice lovers covered with the Buffalo Chicken Sub, which gets its kick from Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Sauce and Peppercorn Ranch. A relatively new addition to the chain's classic sandwich line, it's served on artisan Italian bread with lettuce, tomatoes, and American cheese. On the nutritional side, it packs in 380 calories, 12 grams of fat, 55 milligrams of cholesterol, and 1,380 milligrams of sodium. The addition of oils like canola in the hot sauce and soybean in the ranch contribute to the increased fats, which are additionally refined and processed oils that can negatively impact heart health when consumed in excess. The Buffalo Chicken Sub also has 42 grams of carbs and 25 grams of protein, and it's high in vitamins A and C. Ingredients to look out for include those pesky processed oils, as well as modified starches and artificial sweeteners, which can take up empty calories and essential nutrients without contributing much to your health. It's okay to indulge in the Buffalo Chicken Sub every once in a while, but making it a regular part of your diet could lead to long-term health consequences. One of the latest additions to the Subway series menu is the Deli Heroes line, which includes deli-inspired subs featuring freshly sliced meats. The most carnivorous addition to this menu is the Beast, a combination of pepperoni, salami, turkey, ham, and roast beef, adding up to a half pound of meat. There's also double provolone cheese, fresh vegetables, mayo, and MVP vinaigrette. The calories on this sub live up to its name at 730 calories for a 6-inch version. There are also 44 grams of fat, 115 milligrams of cholesterol, and 2,080 milligrams of sodium, which is almost an entire daily recommended intake. With multiple meat sources, the high sodium and fat totals are expected. But what's perhaps even more concerning is the 1 gram of trans fat, which is a leading cause of heart attacks, as it can cause clogged arteries. In somewhat better nutritional news, this sub includes 45 grams of carbs and 40 grams of protein. Other ingredients that make the Beast potentially harmful are sodium nitrates present in all of the meats, as well as processed oils. When considering the spike your system will get from the Beast, it's probably best to simply avoid this meat monstrosity.
I wouldn't want to line up against that.
Subway has cheesesteak fans covered with its version of this Philadelphia classic, which is part of the Subway series menu under the cheesesteaks line. Previously known as the Big Philly Cheesesteak Sub, the Philly includes juicy thin steak slices topped with double American cheese, green peppers, red onions, and mayo on toasted artisan Italian bread. Although it's not the authentic cheesesteak its name might seem to indicate, Subway fans certainly seem to enjoy it, as it's been on the menu for quite some time. Despite that love, the Philly is not especially healthy, which isn't too surprising considering that no cheesesteak is really known for being healthy. Bearing 500 calories for a 6-inch, the Philly also packs in 25 grams of fat, 85 milligrams of cholesterol, and 1,310 milligrams of sodium. The addition of double cheese and processed soybean oil are to blame for the elevated fats. As for the carbs and protein, there are 41 grams and 28 grams, respectively. Then there are additives like hydrolyzed proteins, maltodextrin, and modified cornstarch, which enhance the steak's flavors while also contributing to its processed nature. If you've got an unquenchable craving for a cheesesteak sub, we recommend opting for one with extra veggies and whole grain bread. Subway's much-loved spicy Italian has been revamped on the series menu as the Hotshot Italiano. It features spicy pepperoni and Genoa salami topped with double provolone cheese, jalapeno peppers, lettuce, tomatoes, red onions, and MVP Parmesan vinaigrette on artisan Italian bread. As part of the Italianos line, the sub stands alongside sandwiches loaded with cured meats, like the Boss, the Supreme Meats, and the Ultimate B.M.T. Nutritionally, the Hotshot Italiano is similar to the others in this line, as it boasts 620 calories on the 6-inch. There are also 38 grams of fat, 85 milligrams of cholesterol, and 1,750 milligrams of sodium. The salami and pepperoni in this sub are heavily salted and bear the brunt of the elevated sodium and fat content. On top of that, there are also 43 grams of carbs, 26 grams of protein, and a good amount of vitamins A, C, calcium, and iron. Additionally, the meat contains sodium nitrates, which can be harmful to your heart health when consumed regularly. Moreover, the jalapeno peppers contain sulfites, a potential allergen that can trigger sulfite sensitivity in some people.
Pop quiz, Hotshot.
Another steak sub on the Subway Series cheesesteak menu is the Monster, with thick-cut steak slices and crispy bacon on artisan Italian bread, topped with double Monterey cheddar cheese, green peppers, red onions, and peppercorn ranch sauce. A 6-inch Monster has 580 calories, of which 30 grams are fat, 105 milligrams are cholesterol, and 1,270 milligrams are sodium. The combo of steak plus bacon adds to the overall calories and makes it fattier than its regular Philly cheesesteak counterpart. There are also 42 grams of carbs and 36 grams of protein. Ingredients to watch out for on the Monster include nitrites, modified starches, hydrolyzed protein, and artificial sweeteners. Ultimately, this sandwich is as scary as its name suggests, and it should be banished to the closet forever. Subway spares no meat in its Italianos, which is plenty clear in the newer and bolder flavors in the Supreme Meat Sub. Those meats in question are Black Forest ham, Genoa salami, pepperoni, and capicola. They're all topped with double provolone cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, red onions, and MVP vinaigrette on Italian bread. The nutrients are just as supreme as the meats, but not exactly in a good way, as the 6-inch has 590 calories, 32 grams of fat, 85 milligrams of cholesterol, and 1,810 milligrams of sodium. The elevated fat and sodium levels are a direct result of the processed cured meats and the double cheese. There are also 44 grams of carbs, 30 grams of protein, and a good amount of vitamins A, C, calcium, and iron. Ingredients that make this sub more obviously unhealthy include nitrates and nitrites, as well as artificial flavorings and sweeteners. Subway's Turkey Cali is a part of its Eat Fresh Refresh campaign that happened in 2021 and introduced new breads like the Artisan Italian and multigrain. The Turkey Cali Club features oven-roasted turkey, crispy bacon, Belgio-Iso mozzarella, and smashed Hass avocado, topped with spinach, tomatoes, red onions, and mayo on multigrain bread.
Wait, you guys, I see a turkey.
On the nutritional front, this sub boasts 600 calories for a 6-inch, with 34 grams of fat, 75 milligrams of cholesterol, and 1,290 milligrams of sodium. The concerning fat levels are partly due to the processed soybean oil in the turkey and mayo. There are also 43 grams of carbs, 32 grams of protein, and vitamins A and C. If you're looking for a healthy fix at Subway, don't let the avocado fool you, as the Turkey Cali Club is not it.